So we gotta talk about some things. There's some hot topics going on regarding relationships. A lot of people are spinning the block, going back to their exes, and we gotta talk about, is it really worth going back in the rearview mirror instead of looking forward? So you know what we do over here. We talk about all things pop culture and mental health. And this week I want to focus on relationships because I'm seeing a lot of things in the news regarding Dion Sanders, a little bit about, Corey and maybe Tia getting back together. And oh, Tamar spinning the block with her dude. So we gotta get into some things, okay? Now, if you haven't already, why haven't you enjoyed my community? Like, subscribe, we can get into it, okay? So most recently, over the weekend, Dion Sanders and his girl decided to break up after 11 years. 11 years, okay? Now, to me, in California, what is that? Common law marriage? I know other places are not. So after 11 years, what do you guys think makes a person say, you know what? This ain't working for me. When you're not married, you're not attached. Is he married more to his career than he is to the relationship? And what do you walk away with after 11 years? Memories? Because on paper, you wasn't married. I don't know if you really have assets together. And I feel like his girlfriend has had the same history. I think was she married to Babyface, or were they just together? But it seems like with her, maybe men go into long-term relationships with her, but in the end, what does she really get out of it? And now Tracy has established herself, so I'm not saying that she's walking away to start her life all over, but it makes me wonder, after 11 years of being with somebody, what makes you go, you know what? I just want to be friends. And his career has been pivoting over the last probably 3 to 4 years, even more so. And maybe this became a fact where he's married more to his career. He wants to put his all in his career. Maybe a relationship didn't fit in. Or maybe it was the other way around. Maybe it was that she was like, you're always gone. This isn't working for me. But after 11 years, y'all, let me know what you would think about being with someone for 11 years. You're not married on paper. Y'all just been together. How would you feel about it ending after 11 years? No, were they ever engaged? Let me know, okay? Now, also, when it comes to spinning the block, okay, some things I want you to consider when thinking about spinning the block with an ex, because I feel like I want people to think about, are you settling? I know the dating pool is terrible from what I hear, because, I locked mine down as soon as I met him, okay? And we've been together for 14 years. So I wasn't playing. I'm like, I got me a good one, so we're gonna lock this thing up real quick. But, thinking about spinning the block with somebody, looking at Ashanti and Nelly, most recently in the news, she's probably pregnant. There have been reports of her being pregnant. I don't know if I've seen something so far where they directly are saying that, they're having a child. So when it comes to spin the block, when it comes to Nelly and Ashanti, the nostalgia for me, the people who were really outside during Foolish, during the Murder Inc. era, is a little nostalgic for me. I remember watching her on 106 in Park, that countdown. But we gotta go to the original 106 in Park because, once they replaced AJ and Free, it was a whole different generation. But for me, in my generation, singing Foolish in the mirror and the emotions, it's like, I'm enjoying them being together. I think there are some people who are like, well, he cheated, he did her dirty. And I think we forget he had some essay allegations that just went under the rug. So can people really change? At the core of who they are, do you think people can change enough for you to go back? Ask yourself, have they changed? What is it in it? What's in it for me about going back to this relationship? What do I get out of it? Also, have I progressed as a person? Maybe at that time I wasn't really healed. I wasn't my best self. So maybe I may have sabotaged the relationship. Whatever it is, you got to think about where I was before compared to where I am now. And am I doing it for the right reasons? Because sometimes I'm wondering, I know the dating pool is terrible, But is it so bad that you're going to settle and go back to the old thing just because you've had some poor experiences? Now, is pee in the dating pool? Is dirty toilet paper in there? Is some married people in the dating pool? So is it so bad that you would rather just stick with what you know, the devil you know versus the devil you don't know? And for some people, that means I'm just going to go back over here because I know what it is. And I've also recently heard people saying, is there really a relationship where you get everything? Is it possible to get everything I'm looking for? And since I feel like there's not, then maybe I will go into this thing where I know it's not the best, but it's better than what I've been going through, what I've been seeing. So those are some other things when it comes to relationships, spin the block. Now, another thing I want to go into when it comes to spin the block is Tia and Corey. Okay, it's been rumored that Tia is going back to Corey. And now there was this photo that they took all together about a week or two ago, and she had her hand on his leg. And that sparked something in me. Her hand is on his leg, not on his shoulder, not around the back, but the leg. And then the rumor started populating that she's going back to her husband, okay? Now for me, it brings up, well, maybe, you know, this last year she was traveling, she was really getting into her self-work, empowering herself, getting to know herself better. Maybe over that year she was able to find that sense of self that she wasn't getting in her relationship. So that's part of it. There's another part of me that wonders if she was another person who has been dating and realized, I've been with this man for what? They were together 14, 15 years, and seeing what's out there, I'm gonna go back to what I got. Now, this is all alleged. I don't know if they're really back together, are working things out, but that photo to me is giving we're getting back together. Okay, let me know your thoughts. Do you think that maybe sometimes people need a break? Should they have really divorced? Could they have just separated for a year and she found herself and maybe Corey decided to work on himself too? Because they could have went through some post-divorce couples therapy. Now I wonder, would I ever do couples therapy with somebody who is divorced but trying to make it work? That's kind of interesting to me. But yeah, I'm trying to wonder, what's it giving? I think more will come to the surface as things go on, public relationships, you know. And lastly, Tamar and her man. Now, this is interesting to me because he said so many, I think, negative things about her. And he said he hurt her on purpose. I don't know if to get a reaction, but why be with a man who says that you bring negativity into his life? He's all about healing, elevating. You didn't bring that. Okay, it's making me kind of wonder also with the whole, you know, we got into the tea. It's giving me the whole, was it because Tommy was messing with him? Now, the jealousy and the, you know, the insecurities in both these women fighting over this man. Okay. And so you saw your man, your ex with Tommy and decided, oh, hold up. It's all about winning. Because sometimes I think people get into relationships to win. Yes, to win versus the other person that you fighting for, to prove to people something. And, you know, think about that. What are you really winning here? Okay? Is this man really worth it? Now, should you spin the block on your ex? Think about some things, okay? What am I getting out of it? Has this person really changed? Have I really changed? And the core things that were wrong in our relationship, have we discussed those things? Because some people get back together and they really don't talk about what it was that broke them up, and they go right back into that cycle because they never talked about what it was that broke them up. Now, let me know your thoughts. Have you ever spun the block? Do you think it's okay to go back to your ex after an 11-year relationship with no ring, no marriage? What are you walking away with? Okay. Are we settling? Are we progressing? Okay. Spin the block, is that really a way of settling? I don't know, but we can talk about it, okay? So if you got this far in the video, make sure you like, leave me some comments, and I will see you in the next video.